Hello everyone, this is Zilzin Ziltor, and I'm finally getting around to doing the level 63 Astrologian quest. Yay! So, if I remember correctly, because it's been so long, the level 60 quest, we met some guy who was like, oh, well your way of doing this is weird, this is my way, maybe we can teach each other. So, I think that was pretty much the gist of it. So, I don't know what's going on, because it's been so long, and it's the first time I've done this, so let's get to it. Zilzin, I see you received my summons. You didn't receive my summons? 12 damn that guy whose name I can't pronounce. We'll call him Jane. To the 7th hell and back. He is going to... Forgive me, there shall be sufficient time for the condemnation of a soul after 11th bell tarts. For now I must speak to you of Koyokuho's training. Despite appearances in attitude and manners and courting habits, our traveler from the Far East has proven quite motivated in his study of our ways. In fact, while you were off doing whatever it is you do, he successfully opened the next 4 gates of heaven. Anyway, preparations for the symposium have left me with little time to pick the boy's mind, but I have nevertheless managed to fully grasp the primitive concept of geomancy. Right, geomancy! In fact, I plan on incorporating several of the ideas as anecdotes into my presentation. It is what my father would have wanted. I still think they should make geomancer a class, job, whatever. Now, as to why I have called you here, Koyokuho is very close to attuning the final heaven, the spear, and I think it only fitting that his instructor be there to accompany him during his finest moment. And because I'm obviously too occupied at the moment, I thought perhaps you could join him in my stead. Then it is settled. You shall guide young Kuho, I'll get their names right eventually, on his final steps to glory and enlightenment, just as I did you those many moons ago. Follow me outside, Zilzin, and let us bring our friend the good tidings together. So, the last time... Let's see what we've learned since last time. So, let's see if we picked up any new traits. No. Enhanced Mind 3 at level 60. As far as roles, jobs go, yes. Earthly Star, which is so fucking amazing. I love this to pieces. So, Earthly Star, you throw it down. You throw that sucker down. Ground targeting mode. Throw it down. And, it's a time bomb. It's ticking. And it's ticking. And it's ticking. And I could set it off early, or I could leave it alone. So, if I set it off early, it does a cure potency of 540 and does damage of 150 to all nearby enemies. So it heals anyone that's in it, and it damages anyone that's, or any mobs that are close to it, and it has a 60-second cooldown. Now if you leave it alone and let it explode by itself, the cure potency goes up to 720, and the attack potency is 200. So I can, and it, you know, you can let it go for 10 seconds or detonate it yourself. I like to just set it and forget it, and my god, do I use this every time it is off cooldown. It especially helps whenever tanks do the big pools, because, you know, the only other AoE that you have as an Astrologian is gravity, and it's not like, you know, that works out too well because it eats up all your mana. But the Star Bomb is what I like to call it. I love it. It's amazing. That is odd. I could have sworn he was right here, but a moment ago. Have you seen Kaio Kuho. I'm gonna probably pronounce his name differently every time I try it. We'll just call him Kaio. Are you even listening to me, Mr. Fleury? The French one. If it is our Hingan novitiate you seek, he hurried out the side entrance not 5 heartbeats past. He was quite animated, even more than usual. A veritable one-man murmurous tragedy, all full of jumping and flailing and pumping of fists. What could have unsettled the boy so? I suppose it might have been the letter I handed him. It was delivered just this morning. Kaio skimmed over it quickly, asked me several cursory questions about the heaven of ice, to which I gave several cursory answers, and then was gone. And you did not try and stop him? Well, why would he? Why would I? He was leaving. Oh. Bah, if my intuition is correct, and it usually is, something in that missive has led Koyo to believe that he does not have much time left in Eeyores yet, and so has set out for the steel vigil that he might open the final gate and complete his training before he departs our realm. Zilzin, it looks as if our plan is already set in motion. To the Central Highlands. Alright, so where are we going here? Central Highlands. Okay, so where? Whee! We're going up here. Yeah, you gotta love ass damage, because it sucks. Oops, hit the wrong one. My poor Chocobo is like, I don't have the means for GPS. That was fun. Found him. Now we're gonna aid him and see what his deal is. Silvzen, this is the second time you have saved me from my bully. Well, technically speaking, it is the first. You were merely standing around as Lady Leveva healed my wounds last time. Right, I'll stop there. I know it makes little sense to leave without saying anything, despite the fact you, the lady, and Jane, or Jan, we'll call him Jan, all were but mere yalms from where I stood. But some stories are already told, and who are we to struggle against the ebb and flow that carry us towards our fate? Alright, that was a poor excuse. The truth is, I've been summoned back to my homeland and was too ashamed to face those who had showed me so much support. And so I thought to come here, open the gate to the final heaven, and then take the next trading galley out of Ulda before any of you realized I was gone. As you can see, things did not unfold as planned, but since you are here, perhaps we could have one less lesson for old time's sake. Let's see. The spear's origins or the spear's blessing? Let's go with blessings. I see both power and compassion, the yin to the other yang. If you chose spear's origins, let me know what he says, because it's not like I'm going to be doing this again. It is as if the more I learn of your stars, the less I know. To think this may be the last I ever see of your heavens. They are pretty. I'm beginning to understand why your people treasure them so. And with the opening of the 6th, I have prepared my mind and soul for the 7th, the final gate that leads to true dominion over the elements, or so Lady Leveva insists. Leveva. Our conversations have been eye-opening, to say the least. She theorizes that our two schools may actually be one and the same. Whereas astrologians look to the stars above to read their fates, we geomancers look to the star below and listen to its songs, and draw our answers from its whispers. While I am certain my masters back in Hangashi would cringe upon hearing that a Westerner of but 20 summers believes she has grasped 1,000 generations of teaching, I am more willing to indulge her eccentricities now that I know she means no ill will. I only wish that we have had more time to possibly see if there were some way we could have combined our knowledge to create something new, something the world has never before seen. And with that, I bid you, Lady Leveva, quit purring a bunch of other people. That tall chap on the 2nd floor always mumbling about some star's magnitude, even Jan, the fondest of farewells. I have a long journey ahead of me, and if I do not leave now, I fear I will never be able to. Well, bye. We have the same hair, but mine's prettier. Alright, so now we are going back to the foundation. You are back, but I do not see Koyo. Is he fawning over Flore again? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Back to Hangashi? I cannot say this was unexpected. The deck of 60 told me as much this morning. That, and I asked Jan what was written in the letter. What, you thought him above reading others' correspondence? You give him far too much credit where none is due. Koyo was not a child. He knew what coming to Eorzea would entail, and he knew what he would one day need to return to his homeland. And while we may not have always agreed, alright, almost never agreed, I did come to respect the man and his, steely resolve. I bet. Allow him his space. If the stars deem it fitting, then he will be back. Or perhaps next will be our turn for a journey over storm and sea. Okay, so now we gotta speak to Jan about what happened. He's gone, and without saying goodbye? I cannot believe it. I will not believe it. Oh, what I would not give to have but one last moment with my brother, my soulmate, my... Ha ha. Lady Leveva told you I read his letter? Oh well then. Yes, it will pay me to tell the other novices, I don't know, that Koyo has returned to his native lands far away on the other side of the world. I may even need to personally comfort those most stricken with grief by a sudden and tragic departure. But truth be told, I'm gonna miss having the Hingon around. He certainly did liven this place up. Godspeed, Koyo. May your return journey leave you miserable and wet, but see you safely home. That's it? That's it? Well, that's kind of lame. Alright, well, I guess we will be back here at level 65. Yay. So, this is Zilzin Ziltor, and I will see you at level 65 Astrologian job quest thingy, whatever. Bye!